Nanigans.
Yeah, don't start with your stuff. If I don't put it up there I put it up there, I just want to put it up there.
Shenanigans.
I want to hear your mess. We
You
want to hear.
and your shenanigans.
We don't want to be bothered with you
Nobody
and
wants to hear your shenanigans.
I don't want to be bothered with you and
No.
your stuff.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back. I'm back. I'm better. Still not 100%, but I'm better. I'm back. And Tam is
But
being
what
Tam.
Tam has the ability to drop you down. We drop you down.
Tam is being Tam.
Drop you down.
What's going on today? Shenanigans. She's over shenanigans.
No, she's on her.
Shenanigans.
That's, that's her on her shenanigans. What happened to your
Shenanigans.
like? And she been doing this for the past 5 minutes. She's been doing this for the past 5 minutes. You talking about somebody that want to work your nerve?
I haven't been back for 5 minutes. That's it.
You she want to work your nerve? She like that? You know that little cousin that everybody don't like,
No,
but
I
don't.
like all my cousins. I
Everybody else
love them
can't.
all.
We're
I
not
love
talking
them
about
all
you. I'm not
individually.
talking about you. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking to the people.
I'm the people.
So you had that cousin that don't nobody like. You just be like, but
You miss me. Is that
can't
what that
nobody
is? You miss
nobody
me.
see. You see how she cut me off? I'm talking. She cut me off.
You miss me.
But she won't let me get my words out. She fine. She talking about she ain't 100. She fine. Is the D normal? So blah, 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 blah. Bam, here come D.
So nice to see you too, Tony.
It's what that is. All right. And shout out to Keep It Techie. He's over there interviewing Professor Black Ops. I know some of you all are over there as well too. And we're here and we're back and we're doing our thing. Shout out to those that caught episode 54 and episode 55 of um, Tech Stocks and Jobs. I hope you got good information today. D, what's your thoughts on the show earlier? Why you smiling? Is this when you be on your boo boo? You
I'm
know
just so happy to be back.
now, D D
I'm just so
D
happy to be back.
D it's me. They
I'm
they
just so happy to be back. What
D you
it's
on your
one of those things
shenanigans.
where the D can't win for losing. If I'm not smiling, it's a problem. If
Answer
I'm
the
smiling
question.
too much, there's a problem.
I need a
This
gavel
seems like a
like
lose-lose
Kaya.
situation.
I need where's my gavel? I need a gavel. I use this. I use this as my gavels. I use my dumbbells as a order in the court. D. How did you like the show earlier?
I think I always think the show is great. And from the comments, it's always like a wealth of information. I do agree that we probably need a little bit more recaps and things of that nature, but you just be so excited to get the new information out. I think maybe the recap show is like something we air, we do on the sides behind the scenes and then broadcast that. That's an idea. That's what I thought. But that's always informative. And then I'm always, writing my notes to find out what I need to go back to. So, I mean,
I don't know.
if you agree with
Maybe
me
we
about
do a
tech
recap
stocks and
on
jobs,
Fridays from the show from the previous week, so that way you could be ready for the show on Saturday, or do we do a recap on Wednesday? Good, but the
or
show
we can
airs
just
on
do a
Saturday.
not televised recap and just rebroadcast. Well, that's something that we need to look into. But it's always good information. Always great information.
Sir Speaks, what's going on? Lynn.
I
How
know,
you doing,
Lynn.
Lynn?
This is 2 weeks in a row.
I know,
Who
right?
are you right now?
Look, order in the court. Lynn is here.
Lynn. It's
Lynn.
always a treat to see Lynn.
What's going on, C. Casey?
Always a treat.
Kelvin, what's going on? Gio, you said is Thomas from the UK. Not sure is he ever in the chat. He watches you and he told me that over. Hey, he might be in the chat. I don't know. We have a I know a couple of Thomases, but hey. And then there is it's scrolled on me. Hold on. Lynn the engineer. Lynn engineer. So Tanya, what's going on? Yeah, I know, right? She's feeling better. You know she's feeling better when she's like on her shenanigans. She's feeling fine.
I'm not on my shenanigans. I am shenanigan free.
Child bye.
I said I'm shenanigan free.
Just Jay, what's going on? And truth be told, how you doing? All right. So you ready?
I stay ready.
Mm. All right. If you don't know who we are, we're Women in Linux. I am Tam. Yeah, this is D. And oh, I almost had it. Let me do it again. I am Tam. This is D. And this is Women in Linux. All right. You can find us on social media throughout social media at Women in Linux. We was on Clubhouse last night to 6 o'clock in the morning, East Coast time, 4 o'clock in the morning,
That was not a collective we.
Mountain Standard Time, 3 o'clock in the morning, West Coast time. You said that was what? What?
I said
You
that
said
was
that?
not a collective we.
Yeah. So we were on Women in Linux was on Clubhouse last night. D wasn't gonna be on there till 4 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the morning anyway. Shout
D
out to
was asleep.
Donald. Shout out to Cherie. Shout out to those that came through. Linda, E, um, and a whole slew of other people that came through, stopped by. Ronald stopped by. Ronald and Donald stopped by. I might go live again tonight. I don't know. We'll see how I'm feeling. You know,
She might need a nap.
I haven't had anything to eat, so I'm fine. I'm rolling. I'm
I said a
rolling.
nap.
I know, but so when I eat, I mean, that
Okay.
Brandy has no last name. What's going on? And so we'll see. If you are looking to connect with us for Women in Linux, you can connect with us by hitting connect. Drop your email address. That George puts you right in our Slack group where we post jobs. We post everything for the RCSA. We talk about Terraform, Ansible, DoD, jobs, recruiters, blockchain, cryptocurrency, creating wealth, the Rust channel, um, Terraform, walking you through VMs, setting up VMs, uh,
We have a channel for everything.
everything. Space, like we talked about space the last show. And then we have last but not least, if you want to donate with us, you can donate with your time. Kate, is that the person named D that's been giving us the timestamps?
Who?
Is it Kate or Christian? What's her name? I forget.
No, let me pull that one up. That is, yeah, Kristen.
Christian.
Kristen has been giving us timestamps for how we Linux. Thank you, Kristen. I really, really appreciate it. Good looking
Yep.
out.
Yep. So you all can go back and just kind of skip through on those timestamps. That's one aspect. The other aspect is you may want to come and do a joint show with us. Right, Sir Harold Speaks. I know you were interested in doing a show, and maybe an interview. We interview people all the time. We do have more interviews coming up. I need to get someone and create a calendar and hey, these are the people I want to do shows with. Line it up. I actually need a virtual assistant for that. Somebody that can reach out to the people and just schedule the interviews, and then we go from there. And then when it comes down to uh setting up our one-on-ones, D was supposed to put that out this week, but I don't know. Are you gonna put it out this weekend or next week?
Yes, I'm gonna put that out this weekend.
All right, so
Unfortunately, I succumbed to my pasta dinner last night and fell out. So I didn't wake up to this morning.
shenanigans.
It wasn't shenanigans. It was Carrabba's.
Was
It's
it good?
delicious.
It was good.
Just what I
Okay.
needed.
They got it there pretty quickly.
They did. And the guy was like, I opened the garage and he was just like, what? He was like, that awesome. Awesome car. Just awesome. So, well, thank you.
Oh, he didn't see
That's
the
what
other one sitting outside.
he did. He was just like,
Oh,
but once I opened the garage, it's always like, he was like, it's awesome. He's like, hey, thank you.
oh, so vehicle update. The van has been totaled. Yeah, it came out to $20,000 in repairs.
The man
Van
is
has
told.
been totaled. She's gone.
All
So
right,
we
P
want. Yeah,
to the
we were
baby.
supposed to get together last night, and we was gonna have a RIP for the van. We was gonna have a RIP party for the van. So I may have a RIP party tonight for the van. She's gone.
I fell asleep. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. We
I
were supposed to
did.
do it
I
last night.
did. I
We supposed
did.
to
I
have a
put some
RIP for the
Parmesan cheese
van.
on the bread they gave me and stuck it in the air fryer. And I was just like, no, 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 no. And I was charging all my devices because everything died. Everything died. So
I was gonna say
tonight,
I
babies
had
get
my
ready for libations.
yeah, I had my song queued up. I was gonna play uh um I was gonna play Daryl Hall and John Oates. I guess I gotta learn how to face it. She's gone. Oh, what went wrong? She's
Hey,
gone.
I'm
She
just
left
glad
us.
I'm living because they literally gave us a 10-page estimate for parts that
Crash
were
part.
like, I don't even want to call them secondhand parts. They might have been. I forgot the term that they use
It was
for the
crash parts.
crash parts. So it was literally pick a parts that they wanted to repair. And so the insurance agency, they didn't even come with the BS. They were like, it's totaled.
And if you don't want to donate with us, with your time, donate with your money, donate via PayPal. Um, pick a pick something and go from there. All right.
We take your
So
money for the
so let's
people.
get you ready.
The money is reinvested back in everybody.
No, I'm just saying, are
That's
you
how we
ready?
put on this great programming.
I'm just asking, are you ready?
Am I ready?
Hmm.
Hold on. I'm ready.
Okay. All right. So here we go. This is King. This came out today. So well, it didn't come out today, but I mean, I saw it today. Inside, how two tech giants are tapping into HBCUs for talent. We got Google and Microsoft that are hitting up the HBCUs in Atlanta, right? Google is set to take over 500,000 square feet in Midtown. They have 1,500 jobs. Microsoft announced in Atlanta, and so from Google to Microsoft, you have the ACU Center down in Atlanta, where you can hit up Clark, Morehouse, Morris Brown. Well, it used to be Morris Brown. My bad. Well, no, you might can still do Morris Brown because they came back, but I'm not sure what that funding looks like. Morris Brown, but most definitely Spelman, right? And so it goes on to talk about what that looks like and so forth. I'll drop this in the chat, but I just wanted people to have an awareness of the AU Center and the partnerships with Google and Microsoft, right? Oh, we got a what you call it in the chat, huh? We got to get rid of you. Uh, uh, uh. Yep, there we go. All right, so I dropped this link if you all want to read more about it. I just wanted to make that announcement so you can see and you can go check it out. Yep, Sands works with HBCU. You missed the deadline though. It was the March the 1st. D, did you fill it out?
So, I don't like to be in my excuse bag, but I have definitely not been myself. I am literally laying in the bed around 8:30 with the heating pad and stuff on, and I am like super tired. Like, and I can sit in this chair forever. No. So hopefully, if there's an extension in my near future about what needs to happen.
All right.
Don't look at me like that. I don't even like that. I see the energy. I see it radiating off of you down to me. I feel
Mm-mm.
judged.
Mm-mm.
I do.
Not at all. All right. IBM announced their skills training as well too. So they have the IBM mainframe, IBM warehouse. This is in conjunction with Coursera. IBM DevOps. Hold on, let me make it bigger. IBM DevOps, IBM cybersecurity analyst, IBM data science, and so forth. Right. So let's go look at IBM DevOps and software engineering. So beginner starts today. Um, what you would learn: develop a DevOps mindset, practice agile philosophy, Scrum methodology, essential to succeed in the era of cloud native software engineering. Build applications composed of microservices and deploy using containers, Kubernetes, OpenShift, and it's probably deploying to IBM Cloud. Um, Create applications using Python language, various programming constructs using logic, REST, including functions, REST APIs, and libraries. Employ tools using automation, continuous integration, continuous deployment, continuous delivery, Chef, Puppet, GitHub, GitHub Actions, Tecton, and Travis. And that's their application, and then it's an applied learning project. So you're gonna do a project with it. Um, and the courses are DevOps, Introduction to Cloud Computing, Introduction to Agile and Development Scrum, hands-on Linux and shell scripting, commands and shell scripting. Getting started with GitHub, Python for data science and AI and development, Python project for AI and application development, Introduction to Containers with Kubernetes and OpenShift, application development using microservices, right? And then they have their instructors that you will be learning from. Right? And then they have, looks like, it's not done. Test and behavior driven deployment, continuous continuous integration and continuous delivery, application security, and then a capstone. And then I see in the capstone, in this course, you will apply the skills and knowledge during the previous courses in the PC, I guess in the class to excuse me, demonstrate your proficiency in DevOps by developing, testing, deploying, monitoring, and enhancing a secure microservices based application on the cloud over the course of several sprints using a variety of agile, cloud native, and CI/CD technologies. All right, let me see enrollment options. Financial aid is available. Sign up for free. Starting. Let's sign up. How can I roll the course? I don't even know how much course is. You get a 7 day trial. Can I just enroll? Yes. Is the course 100% online? Yes. How long does the course? How long does it take to complete this course? 6 to 12 months. What's the background knowledge necessary? No background needed. Do I need to take courses in a specific order? It's recommended that you must take the courses in suggested order as they build upon concepts from previous courses. Will I earn university credit? University credit is not currently available. What will I be able to do upon completing the professional certificate? You will have developed knowledge and hands-on skills, software level entry or DevOps practitioner role. Sign up for free. Starts March the 1st, March the 5th. So you sign in and you get a free trial, but I think yeah, at $39 a month after the trial is finished. So once you sign in, you're gonna have to pay $39 a month. Or you could probably pay for it for the whole year or something like that if you don't want to pay monthly. Approximately 10 hours to complete. Suggested pace is 3 hours a week. I do 2 hours a week with our women in Linux stuff, and I lead the labs up to you to go and do the work. So that's your 3 hours, right? I do two with you. You probably do an hour to 2 hours with yourself. So you're roughly hitting Linux every week for 4 hours. And they're saying that suggested pace of 3 hours a week for 10 months, right? 3 hours a week for 10 months. That's a Sunday morning, probably around, if you're getting up at 6 and doing something from 6 to 10 or something like that, or Saturday morning from 6 to 10. Sounds brutal, but it's just better just to get up early on a Saturday before anybody does anything on YouTube live like we do. Well, you can find us every week for How We Linux and tech stocks and jobs, right? So you can focus and other
And
YouTubers.
it's a very realistic timeline for learning.
Yep. Yeah, a lot of people want to try to do it in 6 months, and I like I say, 6 to 10 is about right, right?
Right.
If you're
Especially if you're
humping if you
using
do
other
6 months.
resources, right?
Hmm.
I said, especially if you're using other resources to help supplement your learning.
Yeah. So that's what they have, and that's just the one course, right? There was other courses. Go back. The data warehouse engineer and the mainframe engineer. Let's look at the mainframe engineer, a mainframe developer, and let's look at courses. Introduction to enterprise. Here's the where you start learning COBOL, more COBOL, more COBOL. 2 instructors. Um, let's go back to about identify the different architecture families, explain the enhancements for each architecture family, define IOCP statements in IOCDS, and explain the concept of activation, explain the concept of cyplex, and describe methods in available for ZEOS security, describe process of IP ling on operating systems. So people were like, well, COBOL is old to me. No one cares about COBOL. Why should we care about COBOL? Okay. So this is where we get the education here real quick. Where is COBOL being used? More than likely, your bank. COBOL is primarily used in business, finance, and administrative systems for companies and government. COBOL is still widely used in applications deployed on mainframe computers such as large-scale batch and transaction processing. Right. And let's look at COBOL, and let's go here, and let's go in the past. Oh no, let's go in the past year, and then let's drop down here. Let's see, you got how COBOLs are how companies are moving on from COBOL. Today's system businesses run on COBOL, and again, the jobs are out there. We've done this before. I do it all the time. Do 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 do. COBOL programming today. COBOL is very popular in today in 2021. Depending on the source you're looking at, there are still between 200 to 250 billion lines of code in production. Many large corporations, 70% to be in fact, still rely on COBOL. For much of their mission critical work, government, finance, insurance, automotive, and banking industries are heavy users of COBOL. Roughly 43% of banking systems use COBOL, and every time you swipe your ATM card, it executes COBOL code 95% of the time. There are 1.5 billion lines of COBOL programmed each year. Some of the largest systems that run COBOL include healthcare, 60 million patients, banking, 95% of the ATM transactions, travel, 96% of the bookings, social security, 60 million lines of code, point of sale transactions, 80% of all transactions daily, and the IRS, 50 million lines of code. With COBOL's popularity comes a dichotomy between its importance in the industry and its overall makeup of the programmer that produces the code. The problem here is that the average COBOL programmer is 55. Roughly only 30% of the universities provide education for classes in COBOL. Additionally, COBOL ranks 18th in the TIBI, I guess the TOB index, or TOBI, I guess, index of popular languages. The problem is, like mainframe talent needed to support the platform, COBOL expertise is retiring and leaving the workforce. Therein lies a problem. If COBOL goes away, the corporate world will suffer as downtime will become rampant. It is important to understand how important COBOL is. Taking one step further, let's hit up Indeed.com and then let's type in COBOL. And let's hit up um, Dice.com, which I don't think nobody uses, but they may. And we're going to type in COBOL, whatever that gives me my link. Go back because I just wanted to search, but I guess I can do that here. COBOL. Enter. And COBOL here. We returned software technical specialist at Paratron, 200,000 for somebody has some COBOL background. Mainframe developer contract with out of Alabama. Manager of software engineering had with some COBOL background, 200 to 215,000. Technical architect for marketing. I'm not sure why the technical architect would need to go to COBOL, but it may be the customers that they're dealing with. Senior mainframe 107 to 136. Linux engineer, lead software engineer, mainframe 84 to 170, mainframe COBOL 86 to 109 estimated. They're giving a rough estimate, and we click on that. Indeed shows estimated salaries when employers don't include their salary in the job. The estimated salary is based on reports from employees with similar or employer postings for similar jobs and salary information from the same location. So that's how they're coming up with an estimate there, right? If they don't give it to us, right? And they have a question mark by it. So this was given, right? Understand how to read these things. General Dynamics is 103 to 172, no estimate. They gave that range. And that was posted 4 days ago, right? $100 an hour. Senior Architect Mainframe AMC Solutions. Our solutions for COBOL mainframe application delivery and host are comprehensive. Proven solution across three pillars of modernization. Posted 3 days ago, right? When we go back over here to DICE, we see 397 jobs that was posted for COBOL. Um, and we have 212 contracts, 10 part time. So let's look at part time. Part time contract, third party, updated 52 minutes ago. AS 400 COBOL, remote out of Minnesota, Salt Lake City, mainframe developer, Salesforce developer, mid level mainframe developer. And these are all part time positions, all updated like within 3 hours or 4 days ago. So this not like these are old postings. Now this is a old. Well, no, this has been out here. It's been out here for 300 days, but it got updated 23 hours ago. So they can't find somebody, right? Right. There's always a transition to something new, but you can't transition if you don't know what you have, right? Um, State of Nevada DMV uses COBOL, right? Hard to say. Migrating is so tough for government offices because the regulations and interoperability with so many locations and tolerating near zero downtime is tough to migrate based on state funding. It is. It's money everywhere. That is correct. Everywhere. So if your grandmama or your granddaddy still know COBOL and they were like, baby, I used to use the COBOL back in the day, baby, I used to use the COBOL. Well, here you go. Tell your grandmama or your granddaddy, come on back, or tell them to teach you, right? Tell them to teach you, right? You can do this till you're 65. You can. You can do it part time as a contract, right? Tell your grandmama and them did you want to know some COBOL, right? And that IBM class, um, their their suggested pace is 4 hours a week for that, and 6 months to complete. And then they got again the breakdown of the courses: introduction to enterprise computing, IBM COBOL basis, IBM COBOL core, software development practices, IBM COBOL data and file management, basic testing and debugging, and software development process for IBM COBOL. 7 classes, 6 months, hands-on project. Contract yourself out. Yep, I come do that work. Right? Start enrollment starts today. Keep it pushing. All right. So we learned about DevSecOps or DevOps. It was DevSecOps. We looked at COBOL. I want to show you where the places this is right here. Looking for COBOL talent in the right places. Right. COBOL advantages. And then let's go back. February 22nd. I mean February the 7th of 2022. COBOL language still is a demand, still in demand as application modernization efforts take hold. It is the oldest programming language, first appearing in 1959 and continues to be of use in 2022. Right? Just putting it out there for some of those that are like wondering, like, what can I do? What can I go learn? Here you go, IBM. Got you all ready to go. D, I think D, you already dropped the link, right?
Yeah, and Lynn dropped the link as well. So there's two links in there. Go grab it and read it.
Get busy.
Hmm.
All right, let's go. This came out today. I think today or yesterday. I think it came out today. Google Cloud is terminating and outsourcing dozens of support roles in its latest to move cuts. Now, let's recap. Do you remember when I showed you that Google and it was Google and IBM were looking to hire 30 to 40 million people? Remember when I talked about that and they were saying that they was looking to train and hire people. All right, here we go. Google is terminating and outsourcing dozens of support roles in its latest move to cut costs. All right. Google told dozens of support staff that their roles were being terminated. It's part of the shuffle to make cloud business more efficient, Google said. Affected employees have 60 days to find a new role within the company. All right. Google is terminating dozens of support roles as part of the reorganization. The company informed the employees. Google support teams known as technical solution engineers help customers and engineers when they're having problems with Google Cloud applications. They also build internal products to assist with support. With the cut will help the unit save money. Google Crew Google Crew. Google grew cloud revenue 45% on the year in the fourth quarter to 5.5 billion. However, the division is still unprofitable and trails behind AWS and Azure. Insider previously reported that Google Cloud has been focusing on hiring customer support roles in Mexico City as a cost cutting move. Now we looked at the young lady that moved to Mexico City. Remember, she said she had went over and visit Buenos Aires, and she was like the taxis wouldn't stop, and she made a move to Mexico City. So there are expats over in Mexico City
And
working.
we have a current member that's also in Mexico, and she's looking for a role, and she's willing to start at support. So she's out there. If I'm not mistaken. Um, Maybe Patricia, is that her name?
I
Patricia,
don't.
this one is for you to be looking. But you know what? What's so crazy about these support roles? They're so siloed. Like, say for instance, I call our Google support number because we are a nonprofit. And if I ask them to support me on YouTube, it is like, let me put you on a hold. Or does it have to do with anything like that? Like, they are not cross training at all. So I can only imagine those tiers of support in the knowledge gaps from within the company. Because, yeah, you can go in Coursera and take a Google IT support course, but what are you doing after that? Like, how are you supplementing your your training and skill building and stacking those skills, because there's only so much you can do when looking at the knowledge base trying to answer support questions.
Yep. And so here's the locations that are affected: California, Austin, Zurich, and Sydney, according to the people familiar who asked not to be identified discussing sensitive matters. They also stretch across a variety of cloud products, including Looker, data analytics company Google acquired it for 2.4 billion in 2020. So they're laying off the people that acquired. They're getting laid off too, huh? All right. Employees are losing their jobs will be given 60 days to find new positions within the company. Those who don't will be eligible for a severance pay, which probably would include their stock options as well too. Right. All right. Next up, did the IBM. Um, let's go with this one. Now we talk about on tech stocks and jobs investing. I should have brought this up on the show, but I didn't. I wanted to save it for this show. Okay. So, income and net worth requirements to buy a home at all price points, right? Oftentimes, you qualify for a house, whatnot, based upon your income, credit score, various things, right? Depending on how that gets put together. But now, I don't like this look, D. Let's try another one. Make the other screen bigger. Put me on the side. Yeah. All right, income and net worth requirements to buy a home. Now that we have some fun figuring out the minimum income and net worth required to buy a $5 million home, I thought it would be nice to be more inclusive. This post will discuss the income and the net worth requirements to buy a home from 200,000 to 500 million. The income and the net worth figures are determined by my 30-30 home buying rule and my net worth home buying rule. I truly believe that this combination of these two creates the ultimate guide to responsible buying. So we'll look at those in a little bit, but let's get down to what we're talking about. All right, my goal is to provide a consistent home buying guide that works as we become wealthier. That's right. Type compound in the chat or drip. I know you probably gonna type drip, but type compound or drip. You heard those terms this morning. We wanna we want drip, 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 drip. Game over. Drip. We want drip. All right. We want drip. We want compound. We want that. That's our goal, right? Let's go get these IBM skills with COBOL, and let's go invest in IBM because we talked about dividends with IBM this morning. And then let's go create some drip, right? I ain't talking about your clothes. Talk about your clothes. All right. So let's take a look at the chart. As you can see from the chart, the more expensive the home, the more you need to make, and the higher the net worth you should have. Let's look at that. Let's blow that up a little bit. I think you can see that. Hold on. Oh, it's blowing up the wrong screen. Hold on. No, I think that's pretty big. Is that still on the screen for everyone? Yeah. Okay. So if you want to buy a home that's 200,000, they say you need to have a minimum income of 40,000. You need to have, it's reasonable to be at 50,000, but ideal you need to be at 66,000. So that worker that we were talking about from Target, their yearly income was 46,000. So they could purchase a home at 200,000, right? They fall in that minimum income reasonable. But they also want to say ideal will be 66. And it says minimum net worth required 60,000. Reasonable net worth require 100,000. Ideal net worth 666,000. Of course, I would love to have an ideal net worth of 666,000 if I was bringing in like the 40,000. I guess if I was in the 40,000 range, right? Ideal net worth, right? That comes over time. Yep, ramp up 8 hours a week, three for a week at 3 months. Yeah, it's possible. All right, so but we also looked at today on the earlier show that the medium um, house was around 394. I'm just gonna go round it up to 400,000. So really is where we're at. The 400,000 is really the median of where we're at. I don't see too many homes in bigger and larger cities. And when I say homes, I'm talking houses unattached. Is that how you say it? How do you say it?
Single family home is
Single
unattached.
family homes, but unattached, right?
Yes.
Unattached. Now you could probably find condos at 200, 300, but then depends on where you're at. In larger
It
cities,
depends on the city.
it depends on the city.
It
Again, I'm
depends
it's
on the
on the
city. And then
city.
it's like, what that 200 is affording you. It may be around 600 and something square feet.
Let's go and let's go look at Austin. And let's look by townhomes and condos. I guess I could do apartments. Let's get my price range. We're not gonna do anything. We're gonna go to 2 to 4. No, let's go 2 to 3. All right. So in Austin, a 1 bedroom, one bath at 209, 620 square feet, 270,000 square feet. Um, for a 1 bedroom, one bath, 270 for a 2 bedroom, two bath. Let's go and take off apartments and do only condos. 876 square feet. And let's go by price high to low. 300,000 gets you 1 bedroom, one bath, just on Zillow. There are other places you can look as well too. And this is what your 300,000 1 bedroom, one bath is going to look like.
And then 99.9% of condos have HOA fees.
Right. All right, 1 bedroom plus a loft condo, amazing unit with natural lighting tucked in the back of the property, offering privacy and serenity, perfect location. Owner takes pride in the home and wants someone to stay and enjoy it. Unit comes with a refrigerator, washer and dryer, located in the heart of '04, close to coffee shops and everything else. First has to offer bills included except electric, covered parking in the front and unit, plus a great for guest parking.
So
Um,
from what I'm
the
hearing,
HO,
is this like an apartment on somebody's house that they trying to
I
sell
think
for 300,000 as a
I
condo?
think it's on their property, yeah. And then the HOA fee is $230. All
Scroll
right,
down
so
and see if it shows the outside. I'm just curious.
I know you are. You know I don't be kidding. I can't. It ain't doing nothing for me.
No, the picture should, if you scroll down to the gallery, whether it shows the out how it's attached.
No, it's not attached on somebody's property. Not from looking at this right here.
Huh. I wonder if it's over the garage.
No,
No.
look, here's the parking lot. It's a builder,
Oh, okay.
the loft condominium. You was about to go off for 300,000.
No, I wasn't about to go off. I was curious on that finance and how they um structured that deal to get their house broken up as a condo.
All right, so
If that
that's
was the
three
case.
hundred thousand. So we go back over here to net worth. With 300,000, you need to be making 60, and at
Ideally, you
400,
need to be making 100.
yeah, right. And minimum, which this is minimum, and 80,000. And it said, or you can have an ideal net worth of 1.3 million, a reasonable net worth of 200,000, minimum net worth of 120, and the ideal income of 133, and then you have reasonable income of 100,000. Now, when we go over here and look at that, right? Let's come back over here. Um, all right, this right here, principal, interest. Your monthly payment is 1927, and they said that you should have a at a minimum for 300. You need to be at 60,000. So we're gonna do our calculator. And we're gonna take 60,000, and we're gonna multiply that by point 0.7, and we're gonna divide that by 12. So you bring it home 3,500 a month, right? And it says that your monthly cost is 1927. This is included of the HOA as well too for that 1927. All right, so let me go back to my calculator. We're gonna round that up to 2,000, I guess. So minus 2,000, you're left with 1,500 a month. Um, Hopefully you don't have a hefty car note, and you have money to put away inside of an HSA. Hopefully you probably do some DCA or some slices or fractionals for your investing, right? But the goal here would be, yes, I can get in on that, but let's up our skill set so we don't, so we can be over in this column here at the 100 to 133, or 75 to 100,000, right? Let's get in the sweet spot. Let's say 85,000. Sweet spot 85,000. All right. Let's go back to our calculator. This is the sweet spot. So 85,000, and let's multiply that by point 0.7. And that's not saying that you can't afford it. Now there's other factors like credit score. Do you have dependents that rely on you? You know, there's some other factors there, right? But I'm just, let's just say all this taken care of. All right, then let's divide that by 12. So you bringing in about 5,000 a month at 85, right? And you're getting away with right around about 2,000. So let's go around and just take away 2,000. So you left with 2,958. So ideally, 85,000 on a $300,000 home is pretty good. That's pretty good. You can make some things happen with that on a $300,000 house. Now, I don't include dependents, but I'm just giving you scenarios of what you could, where you could be at. So they're saying a home price of $1 million, a minimum of 200,000, a reasonable income of 250, a ideal income of 333,000, a minimum net worth of 300,000, a reasonable net worth of 500, and ideal of 333. So let's go in between the sweet spot right here. D, what do you think a good sweet spot between 250 and 333 would be?
300.
300.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go with 300,000, and let me see. Let's see where we at. All right. So we're at 300,000, and the home is 1 million. Now there are other factors that don't get talked about. Is the upkeep of the home? How big is the yard? Does it have a pool? Pest control,
The air alone,
the air, the light.
the air alone,
So it's 300,000.
the
And
taxes.
yep, let's multiply that by point 0.7, and then let's divide that by 12. I think 300, you may go up to 0.65. Let me do that. 300,000. Um, is that 300? Yep. Times 0.65. I think your taxes go up. You're in the new tax bracket. And then let's divide that by 12. 16,250 a month. All right. Let's go look at $1 million home. Where are we looking at? Somebody, D, or somebody in the chat, give me another city for $1 million home. Ideally, that you think
Let's
you
just
should be
go ahead and
looking.
do Atlanta.
Let's do Atlanta.
Yeah,
Let's do Atlanta.
the city of Atlanta.
That you notice? Do you see that big thing there? Is that okay for you? Is Fulton County okay for you?
No, the city of Atlanta.
Don't nobody
Because
want
some
to
of
live
that
in
ain't
this.
Atlanta. The
Don't
city of
nobody want to.
Atlanta.
Don't nobody want to live in the city of Atlanta paying $1 million.
City of Atlanta. Let's
Don't
run
know.
the numbers for this because I was looking at some real estate in the city of Atlanta, and because I've lived there, I know some neighborhoods. But I'm curious. The city of Atlanta.
Is this okay right here? Is this little cluster right here okay?
That's fine, as long as you inside the perimeter,
Oh
inside
God.
the city of Atlanta, the lines.
This is what happens when you have people who are transplants that come to the city, and they try to, or what we looking at, houses or townhomes or condos?
Houses, a house.
A
Yeah, a
house?
house.
Okay, we're gonna change that. Okay, we're going to a house now. All right, and then let me change my range here.
And the only reason I'm saying inside the city of Atlanta because we all know that outside you can get a fairly huge home for $1 million. Like it's an estate.
Let's go here, 900. And let's change this to 1 million. All right. So we got little 5 points, my area. Is that okay with you? We need to can it be 985, or do it need to be 1 million?
I mean, whatever's available, closest to what we looking at.
All right, well here we go. We'll do it this on Glenwood Avenue.
What they got for $1 million on Glenwood?
Glenwood Avenue, 1 million. 6 bedroom, 4 bath, 2977. 1 million.
And this is definitely a renovation
It's in Grant Park,
location.
right? Uh Located near Grant Park.
Hmm.
It's a historical home.
Okay, so historical. Now, once you buy a historical home, that's another pot of money that you got to stay within because there's not a lot of changes you can do in your paint, your facade, your hardware. All of that falls into a special other category.
But let's go down here and look at what we're looking at on just what they're guessing at. They're
Because
guessing
right
about
now it looked like a juke joint.
right now it's they're guesstimating about 4,900 a month in monthly costs. That's a guesstimate, right? It's not an actual, it's just a guesstimate. Right? Now I wouldn't personally do this one.
No.
But let's look at this one. This one was posted 3 days ago. Um, You see the inside. It's been renovated. It's 5 bedrooms, 3 baths, 2820 square feet. It's got a deck. They've enclosed the garage. Here's the outside of it, right? Here's your neighbor, right? This little thin plywood fence. A strong wind come through that. That thing gonna fall over.
It might be it might be a little stronger than plywood if you get up on it.
All right. I would need to have this redone though. That's not okay. And this is what it looks like at night, daytime. Okay. All right. So we got in the 303 in 30306 area code, 2800 or 2820 square feet, 5 bedrooms, 3 baths. Here is the street view. That's what it looked like. Here is the houses on
That's
that
a whole
street.
million.
That's a million. This is what it looks like. You get a sidewalk. All right. So now let's get busy. You are bringing in, what we say, D. You said 300.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Where my calculator at? We said you're bringing in 16,250 a month. All right. And they're estimating you around about monthly. Oh, did I miss it? I think it was 4,900. Was it? Where'd it go? Taxes. Oh yeah, 4874. You bringing in 16 a month at 300,000 on $1 million. All right, I might could get with that. You don't have a lot of yard. I wonder if that's real grass in the back.
It's sod. It looks like it was just laid with these
Okay,
pictures.
right. So I mean, I don't know. Drop in the comments. Yeah, yes or no. What do you think? You're at $300,000 a month. I mean, 300 a month. You're at $300,000 a year.
No, that's a no then.
You're at $300,000 a year. You're at roughly 4,900 5K a month. On it, you're bringing in 16 a month. So the chop in half, you're bringing in 8,000 a paycheck. What are your thoughts? What do you think?
And then this particular part of Atlanta, I looked up 30306. That is like considered North Druid Hills or North Decatur, it was saying. And then also,
Well, it was
are
the
we
North.
thinking about this as a
Oh,
single person? Because
oh,
it's a lot of house, huh?
you say it's North Decatur. What'd you say? I heard Decatur.
No, I'm looking at the map when I pulled up 30306. So it's probably on that line. But
Mm.
that address is saying it's Atlanta, but the little map is with the zip code, it says that it could be like Emory,
Kelvin,
Morningside.
I'm only humoring Dion because she loves the city of Atlanta. Us Atlanteans, original, OG Atlanta's, old Atlanta,
I
born
don't
and
have no
raised.
problem with the city of it. I don't have a problem with Atlanta, period. I live my life in Atlanta. I don't have any
I'm
problem
talking to
with Atlanta.
Kelvin right now. I'm talking to Kelvin right now.
No, Tamika want to say that she's from Decatur, but she's not from Decatur. She is from
I,
East Atlanta.
I'm from
That's what
Decatur,
I have a
Atlanta.
problem with.
We're not talking about you. I'm talking to Kelvin. So, look, Kelvin, the problem is D likes the city of Atlanta. I prefer, outside. I prefer a little further out. I like the city. I like Little Five Points. I like Little Five Points. It's always been money in that area. Their property values have never gone down ever. Um, I like that, and I also like um, Northside Drive, Howell Mill Road.
Hey, wherever I live, I like a walkable city. I like I like cities with public transportation. Now that I've gotten a little older, I don't have to hear the dump truck and sounds of the city. However, I don't want to be in the super suburbs where I have to go over the river and through the woods to get back to the city or the airport. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
All right, so
But
I
I'm
think
also
we
from
had
San Francisco, so I'm from a city, a real city.
it's on the map.
Sounds like a hater to me.
It's on the map. All right, so Lynn, you said Tao, New Mexico. All right, here we are. We're in Tao, New Mexico. I am going to remove housing because I don't see nothing popping up on my thing, but I see stuff on the side, so I'm gonna go with what I got on the side here. All right, I don't know how far Angel Fire, New Mexico is from where you're at, but for Tao, it looks like you out in the middle of nowhere, Lynn. Where is this at?
Where I'm talking about over the river and through the woods.
Lynn, where is this at? Now, Lynn, you
Area
got,
54. Like,
but again, the what living in Decatur is not over the river and through the woods.
you not from Decatur.
I am.
You from East Atlanta. And you
I'm
was
from.
born in Atlanta.
I was born in Atlanta.
I
I
know,
was.
because you from East Atlanta.
I'm from Atlanta, Decatur. All right. All
Tamika.
right. So we're
That's not
gonna.
Atlanta.
What is Angel Fire, Lynn? What is Angel Fire, New Mexico?
Like she said, it's in the desert. It's hot, open. It look cold and dry right now.
Lynn, Lynn,
Lynn, let us know if we need to bring the chopper in to come rescue you.
Lynn,
Because that is some BS.
Soaring
I
Eagle
was
Hawk.
driving so fast out of Colorado, I hit a damn deer.
Lynn, okay, but I'm gonna humor you, Lynn. 1.1 million, 5 bedroom, 3 baths. Let me look and see what you're getting.
That's a cute little, place to go snow with your friends for a little minute and then come back home. Where is the next house next to that? That's what I do appreciate. That I mean, at least for your money, you getting you some land and stuff. How many is that on acreage, Tamika?
I like the inside, Lynn.
What did you call that gray? You called it gentrification gray.
Yeah, that's what the guy called it. He called it gentrification gray.
That
Lynn,
might
don't
be too
nobody
bright.
like nobody in there. In
Let's
there.
look at the acreage.
Hold on. I just want to go through the house.
Land, but I mean, you need a friend or something out there.
Lynn don't need no friend. All she need is dogs and
Land
guns.
need a friend.
Lynn,
He
dogs
need
and
friends.
guns.
Land need a tribe.
Lynn, dogs
Land
and
needs some
guns.
city life
Dogs and guns.
before she go back into hibernation.
All right, so here's you said the people around it. It's people around it, right? There's a storage facility. Here's a house right here. Here's a house right here.
But I mean, is it on the same land though? How much is the land? Is it on acreage?
Mm,
It's nowhere in New Mexico. No, that's Arizona, right?
this New Mexico.
I don't want nothing but New Mexico.
0.89 acres. It's not a lot of acres.
Oh no,
It's
that's not a lot of acre. That's nothing. That's nothing.
0.89.
My uncle, he was in the military. He lived in Albuquerque, New Mexico. So I've been there, and then I've been through.
Then you can get you one of these stones. These look like
That's an adobo. I can
one of
make you
these.
one of them, land with some
Lynn, this look like
spackle,
Stonehenge.
huh?
It's like Stonehenge.
That looked like at the Alamo.
Yeah. All right. But Lynn, either way it go, 300,000 for your $1 million home. All right. 300,000 for your $1 million home. All right. The other place we wanted to go,
Mm.
you know where I want to go next. All
What does
right,
look
check it.
like? What is this? This is look
This look
like
like this.
Pioneer Life. That's
This is
Colorado.
like Little House on the Prairie. But look, type in the chat whoever guessed right where I want to go next. What city I'm going to next for my $1 million?
You going
I
to
talked
Branson?
about this. I talked about this last week. All right, so Lynn, here's
Is it
another one.
Wyoming somewhere? In Wyoming?
It is. Yeah,
Lynn, do you want to go back to the Pioneer days?
it is Wyoming. That's right. Look, Lynn, you can sit by the window and get
Lynn,
some heat and just be looking.
Lynn,
I'll come visit you out here. There's a lot of wood in this house, but
Lynn, that looked like a scary movie house.
I don't know. Is that the outhouse? Is this the bathrooms?
You need a lot of dogs. You need a farm, a ranch hand, an electric fence.
It's a real log cabin on 5 acres. This
I
is
bet
on
it's
five
drafty in
acres.
there.
It has a pond. It has a view of the Eagle Nest Lake and surrounding mountain range. Perfect for setting to enjoy the solitude, yet convenient access to Angel Fire and Eagle Nest on the county maintained road. The master suite is on the main level and includes a soaking tub. You get 5 acres though for eight hundred
I
and
mean,
forty
you get
nine
more bang for
thousand.
your buck. I would definitely do like an Airbnb, not an Airbnb, but a bed and breakfast type of place where people can come. And no, it ain't Atlanta. Um, and ride some horses, get some horses, and make it like a little experience. But that property would definitely have to make some money.
2852 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 4 baths.
Did it have a hot tub?
3,700 a month. You're bringing in 16,000 at 300,000. I didn't
That's your
include
life.
401k and
But I would
HSA. So.
definitely bring some Zuzus and Wham Whams there.
All right. So where everybody was moving to was Tefton, Wyoming. I think that Tefton. I think that's it.
And land outside of Atlanta, you can definitely get more land for your $1 million.
So let's go here. Home type. Let's select all. Do we get anything? All right.
What
This
part
what
of
the
Wyoming
billion.
is this?
This what the billionaires are in this county, and I think if I'm not mistaken, they're here, right up in here. So this is in um
Oh, that's some
what you call
pretty
it is out here
houses.
too.
I see
Uh,
land.
what's his name is out here too. Kanye West is out here too, and the billionaires that they're out there as well too. All right, so you get 198 acres for 1 million, 1.1 million. You could probably qualify and get to buy the land for 1.1 million, and you have
So that means
190
there's no houses?
no houses, just land.
No, I'm saying in that little those little boxes
Well,
is
it didn't
none.
show
It's
up.
all
Yeah, it didn't
land.
show no houses, but there did show a house in I guess Idaho.
Mm.
It did show something in Idaho. You can also get 120 acres out here in Montana
It's
for 1 million.
gorgeous. It's beautiful.
4 million. So you get 120 acres, right? So again, depends on how you see yourself and what you want to do with your money. This one is 1.1 million. It's 3 bedroom, 3 bath, but I'm assuming you're probably paying for land. Let me see how much. It's 1 acre. You don't get a lot, and you're next to a farm.
They want
Unless you
whoever
got,
owns the land behind them to buy their little parcel. They're holding out.
yeah, not much there. Cool. All right. But I wanted to show you this. When you're talking about you want to buy a house, here's just a good way to look at, or even buying land, right? Or if you're buying a multifamily unit that may come in these ranges, right? Just if you're gonna do it by yourself, I'm not recommending that. But again, just to give you an idea of what that looks like. And again, the minimum income required is 1/5 of the home. The recommended is 1/3. The minimum net worth required is 30% of the home. The recommended net worth is 3.34x of the price of the home. And he goes on to talk about ideal home buying financial combinations, um, first time versus experienced home buyer. What about down payment scenarios? Instead of just assuming a buyer puts down 20%, there are certainly scenarios where home buyers put down much more. It is estimated roughly 15% of the home buyer pay cash. And again, some people are putting down 3.5. Let's say you're a famed worker with 75% down payment because you have lots of appreciated stock. You want to buy a 3 million house and you put 225,000 and have a 750,000 mortgage. What should your minimum income be? Well, they walk you through how to figure this out. For a disciplined buyer, you should still be at least 1/5 of the price of the home or the house of 600K. Given you have a $2.25 million to put down, your minimum net worth of 900,000 based on my chart is far surpassed. Therefore, you're good on the net worth front, especially since you should have more wealth behind. But obviously, if you put such a large down payment down, you should have a lot less difficulty affording the mortgage. The reality is, if you have a $750,000 mortgage and you're putting down 2.25 million, you could probably get away with a little income of 150,000, right? But 150,000 is really going to be tight and leaving little for saving and investing outside of primary. Therefore, I would not recommend it. But then you can push that up, right, in this scenario to 250,000, and that would make it 2083 a month and have a 3,400 monthly mortgage at 3.5%. This will equate to affordable 16% of the monthly income. And I just thought that was cool, to know, and how people can look and say, what can I afford, what can I not afford. And also you start looking at your calculating your net worth, and also acquiring assets, right? Things that are going to make you money and appreciate over time is what we were talking about earlier. And you may not want to do any of these things. You may just want to stay in your mom's basement, which I would recommend that you stay in your mom's basement and you make $1 million a year and you just give her some money on the groceries and the mortgage and stack your money. Be like, Mom, I'm here to help you out, but I'm gonna be in the basement. I should do that. My mom would love it. You in the basement? Tamika, I bought you some wings. This is how my mama do. When she want to eat with me, she sit downstairs. Because that means, okay, she going to sit down and it's time to eat. If she go up them steps, she don't want to be bothered. That's fine. I go about my merry little way. And then if I'm in a room too long, she coming over to check to see what's going on. 'Cause that's just what she do. You been in here too long by yourself. All right. We talked about the layoffs. We talked about IBM. Let's talk about some robotics. All right, so we got this robotics company that's going to fix broken infrastructure, and I thought this was pretty cool. It's called Gecko is using robotics to help fix it. So look, look at this little robot. I thought this was cool. It's to protect critical infrastructure and give form to tomorrow. Is certainly the sort of thing that rings true for startup that based out of Pittsburgh, where the fellow hollow bridge collapsed under the weight of five vehicles in late January, and President Biden was visiting to talk infrastructure. So let's go and let's take a look at their video. And I thought that was pretty cool. Um, Gecko Robotics, and what they have. Hey, don't forget to subscribe. Howie Linux. Go check out the Sir Harold Talks. $250 selling candles in Gecko Robotics. Say shameless plug there. But I thought this was pretty cool because they're combining, as you saw from the picture, they're combining robotics, software, AI, and also embedded chips and so forth. And you saw the 3D renderings as well too. So I thought that was pretty cool. And we should go take a look at Gecko Robotics. Let's go check it out. Let's see what else they have. I'm sure they have a YouTube channel. Um, Send some more of their videos on a refinery. They have a software platform, robotic piping inspection, fuel silos, um, propane tank gas tube inspection. I wonder how much they charge to come out and do an inspection with their robots. Is that like $1 million or something? Propane tank, diesel tank, fuel silo. And it's got a light on it so they can do it at night or hard areas that are dark as well too. It's pretty cool. And then they have, of course, they have jobs. Um, let's go back. So their open roles are electrical engineering, forward deployed engineer, integration engineer, mechanical, robotics, software, technical procurement, the marketing, a visual designer, a growth marketing lead, operations. They're looking for a technician, an NDT technician, sales, and looks like they're based out of Austin. It looks like they got positions in Austin and Pittsburgh. Right. And I think they're based out of Pittsburgh, but they also have a location in Austin. Right. As a software engineer, and this is out of Boston, Austin. Um, APIs, experience building and maintaining and replacing data infrastructure and production, desire to have high impact, fast paced moving startup, key contributor, computer science, highly self motivated or high self motivated, open unlimited PTO, stock options, 401k match. I don't know if that's 4% or 6%, medical and dental and parental leave. Right? Let's get go robotics. All right. D, you got anything for that? All right. Let's go on. And drop a one in the chat if you like
I
what you
don't have
hear.
anything, but you know how I feel about robots and
No,
AI.
how do you
Huh?
feel? How do you feel?
I feel like, they might be watching you in your sleep and you wake up and one hand is around your throat and taking over your life in the world.
All right, so this came out in the news this week, which I thought was very interesting. It's how you know we're playing in the little leagues, people. Update March the 2nd, this came out. The fate of Russian billionaire Alisher. I'm gonna mark this
Usmanov.
Usmanov. Okay, his mega yacht in Germany. Like you want to see his yacht? Show you his yacht. This is his yacht.
Let's see the yacht.
This is his yacht. All right. Is his yacht is 512-foot yacht. All right. He's a Russian billionaire um, that made his money. It talked about it in here. The yacht is registered in the Cayman Islands. I don't know if y'all know about the Caymans, but let me see. Do they talk about it? They had it in here before how he made his money. I want to say it was steel and metals. Oh, hold on, I'm on the wrong screen. All right, yeah. The yacht of the Usmanov estimated multi-billion-dollar fortune, which spans stakes in iron, ore, and steel giant, the metalo invest. I screw that up. And consumer electronics firm, I guess is Xiaomi. I think that's how you say their name, as well as smaller holdings in telecom, mining, and media. All right, so this goes over to um, the Ukraine and metals. So I was looking at this the other day, and it was a top list. Metal prices are fire amid Ukraine crisis. Metal prices soar after Russia invasion. Does Ukraine have precious metals? Rare earth metal prices will skyrocket. All right. So what metals are found in the Ukraine? Right. Um, scandium, a byproduct of iron ore processing, titanium, uh, zirconium, and mercury. And then you start asking, uh, what metals are chips made of? So we got some aluminum, we have some tin, we have some zinc, we have some neodymium. Let's see what um What, I guess, products use ore? Now, this is from the National Geographic. Ore is a deposit in the earth, in the earth's crust of one or more valuable minerals. The most valuable ore contains metals crucial to the industry and trade, like copper, gold, and iron. Ore is a deposit, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Copper ore is mined for a variety of industrial use. Copper, an excellent conductor of electricity, is electrical wire. Copper is also used in construction and also in plumbing. Like copper, gold is mined for the industry. For example, space helmets are plated with a thin layer of gold for the astronaut eyes from harmful solar radiation. However, most gold is used to create jewelry. For thousands of years, gold ore mined as a basis of currency or money. Most nations stopped valuing their money on the gold standard in the 20th century. Iron ore can be mined for thousands of years. Iron is the second most abundant metal on Earth and is main component of steel. Steel is a strong, valuable building material, and you'll probably find ore in steel. Iron is used in everything from glass to fertilizer to solid rocket boosters, once used for space shuttle to leave the Earth's atmosphere, right? And I just wanted to give you this overview so when you start looking at, okay, well, if you just follow the money, with a 512 yacht, a billionaire, and so forth, right? So I wanted to bring that up. And let's bring this up. Um, all right. There's a cyber grant that will be ready by summer of this year with the CISA award. All right. The Cyber and Security Agency, the Cyber and Infrastructure Security Agency official said Tuesday that the guidelines for the new $1 billion federal security grant serving state and local will be ready by late spring and summer. I want to point out this right here. Your local government contains your information as well too. So when we start talking about cybersecurity at the local level, a lot of cities get held hostage based upon the fact that they don't have updated cybersecurity protocols. Things are outdated, so you need to be mindful and taking care of local and state. So there are contracts out there for local and state for upgrades to their federal, not federal, but to their infrastructure from a cybersecurity perspective or a cloud perspective or what have you. Well, what you find most of the time is they don't pay a lot, but it's also city dependent in what they need, right? Speaking to a National Association of Securities of State virtual conference, Tom, I guess Filipino or Filipone, CSA's director of stakeholder engagement said that his agency is still developing the framework for the 4-year grant, which was created last year, and is supposed to distribute to $200 million tranche before the current fiscal year in September the 30th. So those that have a cybersecurity background, you're an entrepreneur, you have your cap statement or whatnot, I would be looking at my local locations for cybersecurity grants, cybersecurity work, and so forth. That's what I would be doing on my state and local level. All right, where else do you think cybersecurity is popping off right now inside the United States? Who do you think is expanding? Type of state in there in the chat. What's the difference between the meetup and the YouTube live? And the meetup we go over Linux. In the YouTube live, I don't do all of that. We don't go over Terraform, GitHub, and all of that. All right, so now let's get busy. Where do you think the other city is boasting for cybersecurity? Type of state.
You need to put on your music.
I need to find my note that I had for it.
Did you bring your sound effects?
Mm-hmm. Let me see. Nah, I
And
say
you,
in
this is for U.S. cities, correct?
yeah,
Okay. Oh,
U.S.
U.S.
states.
states.
Mm, just U.S. states.
I'm voting for everything by the water.
That's what you voting for?
Cybersecurity,
Mm,
everything in the middle.
DMV.
Georgia, chasing it, all of them. Right.
No.
Anywhere it's a big old, but I always go by the water. But
So there is a big initiative. This is one. There's another one. I'm gonna pull them up. It's a couple of them. It's only
well,
one state I'm talking about, but you wouldn't have guessed it. It's Iowa.
Iowa.
I Yep,
You're
Iowa
close to Iowa.
coalition wins 2 million in the NSA grant to train more cybersecurity professionals. Iowa is launching a cybersecurity center. Let me pull that up. So here's their cybersecurity center. Right, it was created in 2000, but they just got some money. Let's go back over um, to show you how much money is being invested into this. I thought I put my note in here. It ain't in here. And let me go search by the past week. Hold on. I got it right here. Open that up tab. Okay. This Iowa bill will create a cybersecurity simulation training center. The center will be located in Iowa State University at the Science and Technology and will focus on training different groups to prevent cyber attacks and deal with active threats. Um, let's look at this bill. So here's the bill, and there's a couple of billion being put into this for this to happen. It's the reason why I brought it up, because you would never think of the cyber sports complex, right? And you wouldn't think of Iowa as the place where you're gonna be looking at cybersecurity operations and so forth, right? So here we go. And this goes back to that state and local I was talking about. Iowa to expand its cybersecurity operations center and help more local government. Um, uh, Iowa will relaunch its cybersecurity operations center. in the coming weeks with 24-hour threat monitoring and heightened support for local governments. Interim state chief information officer Matt, I guess, Bahrain's told Fed Scoop, or I should say State Scoop, um, the new capabilities follow the hire of last September of Chief Security Officer Shane, I guess Dwyer, or Dwyer, where I mean, who previously CISO of state agency in Wisconsin, right? So we're talking about the relaunch. Here it is, right here. This is what I was talking about. It's a trillion. Excuse me. That was all. All right. He said the change also prepares Iowa for the upcoming requirements outlined by last year's $1.2 trillion infrastructure law, including the creation of the multi-agency cybersecurity team. Right. So I was getting part of that money as well too. Right. So cybersecurity folks, I would be looking out for what's around that cybersecurity school in terms of companies. I'll also look and see what companies have partnerships with Iowa, and what companies are investing in training people at the University of Iowa. That's what I would be looking at in case you want to get into your PhDs or masters, or you're just looking for companies to work with there. That's how I would look at that. And D, you can drop the link for anybody that want to come up. All right. Last but not least, the fund. So I was like, I have no idea who these people are, and I was just curious if anyone else knew. There's some TikTok stars, and I don't know who they are. And I guess the Emilio family launches a VC fund, 44 Capital, to invest 25 million in high growth startups. The D'Amelio family, including TikTok stars and digital creators, I guess Charlie and Dixie, and sister Dixie, are formalizing their investments in startups with the launch of the VC fund 44 Capital. The family is teaming up with Rog Reinert of Tandem Capital and producer Jeff Beecher of Beecher Media Group on the fund, which aims to back high growth companies with strong end user brands, including those in direct to customer space, fintech, edtech, healthcare, insurtech, and B2B B2C platforms. Um, the target is the fund is it will be particular focus on women and minority led startups. So that's why I want to focus on that. So it's another way for those that are entrepreneurs. You're looking for some fun. You got an idea, go run it by somebody and go from there. That's all I had today, D. I mean, there's more, but I ain't gonna beat it. I ain't gonna, be fair, be good because we went over the last one. They made a family business. That's correct. And in fact, I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. Look at that.
You
It's five.
okay?
Yeah, it's 4:30.
You
Can you
okay?
hear me?
This is
Yeah.
me. This is me checking your forehead. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Mhm.
Somebody must be sleepy.
No, I ain't sleepy at all. I can
I
go
cannot. I cannot believe it. But that doesn't mean anything. I dropped the link in the join the stream link in the chat if anybody wants to come up.
on. Financial Samurai. We talked about the HBCU talent, robotics, and then
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and then there's always when what I wanted to do too is meetup.com. Hold on, let me share my screen.
Is that a screen coming back up?
Mm-hmm. Screen is back. Okay, so on meetup.com. This is just the one for women in Linux, but if you go on meetup.com and type in like DevOps, they're gonna pull a list of cities and stuff that have events around DevOps. If you're looking for stuff around, say, Rust programming, and here's one in Charlottesville, Virginia, one in DC, pair programming with New York. There's another one. There's a Buffalo Rust user group, and that's an online event. These are online events. Collaborative programming Monday the 14th. Um, this is online as well too. 7 languages in 7 weeks, and they just have a variety of ones. So, and if you want to learn, um, and when I say learn, you meet people, like meeting people. You can go about this way of meeting people, like right here, March the 12th next week. It's an online event where they're covering AWS, Azure, and GCP, right? And this next March 12th from 6 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. So they're getting started early, and they meet every Saturday and Sunday on the weekend. They meet every weekend. They meet twice on the weekend. And as you can see, they got Azure for beginners, data science, and so forth. Let's go over here for Azure for beginners. It's a recurring theme. It looks like Microsoft may be sponsoring free beginners course for Azure. We will cover a variety of topics, including virtual network, virtual machines. So if you're looking for a study group and you want to study with somebody or study with another meetup or whatnot, this is another way to do that. And I just wanted to highlight that when we're looking at this, right? And then those Coursera courses also have user groups and stuff like that. But finding a study partner would really, really help. I think I need a study partner. I think I need a study partner for Terraform Enterprise. Yes and no. Well,
Somebody was on here with Terraform earlier. Let me go scroll up and see who was terraforming
no,
it.
somebody was asking, and it was Lynn.
Kelvin. Kelvin and Lynn. Lynn has left. If Kelvin is still here, I suggest that you two link up and study, buddy. Stack those
Look at that.
skills.
So, anything else you want to add, D? I have nothing else. I mean, I can go down there. I can open up my terminal now. Don't get me wrong.
I know you got something in that mind of yours.
I do.
However, me knowing you, you're a little sleepy, my friend.
Mm-mm.
But I just want to say I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to be back. It was a great show as usual. I don't have enough energy to clean up yet, but I did start washing my clothes. I have not unpacked from Colorado. So I'm just good to be back. I'm good to be in the mix. Um, yeah, it's good. Great show, good information.
I mean, I feel like I'm cheating the people.
Why? I mean, I mean, you give so much. I
Feel like
mean,
I'm
you were on Clubhouse last night till 4 in the morning your time.
feel like I'm cheating.
So that's what, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. Like you went all night. You,
Oh,
you went all night. So I mean, you did it. So I mean, I don't know. I need you to not be so hard on yourself because you give. You're a giver.
yeah, I feel like I'm cheating though. Feel like I didn't give enough. Feel like I'm missing out.
I don't know. We need to get you a background. Maybe we get you a background. You don't feel
Yeah,
like
this
you.
is it's yeah.
I don't know. Do you want me to send you your picture? I would drive it back up there, but I think I'm on the time from driving for a minute. Even though
what
I
would
love
you
it.
what would you
I
drive? What would you drive?
here, airline. I'm pretty sure I can work it out. But we got to get you a picture. We got to get you something in the background. Get your office together. I mean, hey, you never cheat us. Never. You
Mm.
overgive and we overstand. So no. I learned some
And I
really
want
good things that I want to go look up some more. But I want to get these one-on-ones out for March. I'm excited to meet people and see about their where they're at and follow up where they're at in their journey. Um, the membership, the Patreon, what's going on with YouTube. I'm at the stage where I just want to probably move everything off YouTube. Like it's too much of a hassle sometimes. But get another binary hustler show up there. Get that.
speaking of on Clubhouse last night, Donald did ask. He was like, "What is up with binary hustlers?" I subscribed. I ain't seen no content. Where the videos at? What's up? What's up, D?
I mean, she got to go to sleep. I mean, hey, I did almost lose
Re-
my life
re-
last week.
re-
So I'm back. I'm trying to get my
What's
little
up with
speed
binary
up.
hustlers? I'm hearing excuses. Are we on? Yes, no.
We
We're gonna
on.
do
We
one.
always on. We always
We're gonna
on.
do one this weekend. What you doing? What you thinking? What you feeling?
I'm feeling froggy. You can probably put one up in there, little binary hustler. I can put on my purple light or my blue light.
You can do whatever you want to. It's binary hustlers.
Well, I can't do whatever I want to because that's not okay. I have to save something for myself.
Sun breeze, binary
Binary
hustlers.
hustle. What's that? Sunbreeze, there are 2 episodes that are on Women in Linux that we introduce binary hustlers. So that is our show where we're just Tam and D, not of Women in Linux.
It
And
will be no. It will be no lineage questions answered on binary hustlers.
we're a little bit more off script when it comes to that. So that's it.
You know,
I see you over there playing with that screen again. I see you amping yourself up. Ooh, you didn't pepped up a little bit. What you over there doing?
your drinks ready for another binary hustler. That's what I'm saying. You see, you know what?
Oh,
This
the
what we
last
should.
binary. Oh, wait.
You know what we should do? We should do a show tonight on binary hustlers for rest in peace on the van.
I think the last binary hustlers show, Tam was a lot tipsy.
I want a lot tipsy. Why you see how she try to throw me under the bus?
I didn't throw
It,
you up under the bus. I said
D
you was a lot
D
tipsy.
D. Don't dare me. Don't dare me. Don't
I
don't dare
said you
me.
was a lot tipsy.
I
I
wasn't,
know how many drinks you had.
but I wasn't. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I wasn't.
It's me.
And
It
it's
was a long show. And then on top of that, I thought the show was over. I thought we had said our good nights and our goodbyes. Or was that another show?
That was another show.
This is where my life is. However, one of these shows I cut off because I thought it was over, and I got yelled at because it wasn't over. Hopefully, y'all don't catch that. She didn't
Shit.
make it rain. She didn't make it rain. I'm gonna buy her some tam bucks, and then she can make it rain. But she probably did this though. I'm pretty sure she might have did all of this. She may
Maybe.
have did the A-Town stomp.
Maybe.
But it was like 5 hours.
Me.
It was long. I mean, we even moved. Yeah, we got set up in a private room. It was a long time. Like we was even contemplating opening up bottles in the private dining room.
That was the time I opened up bottles in the private dining room.
Was it? Was it me?
Yes.
I don't believe so.
I know you don't. I know
I,
you
that's
don't.
that's that doesn't sound like something I would do.
It's-
So, Lynn, if when you look at this again, and Kelvin, Tamika needs a Terraform study buddy. I would get on her calendar because I
I know.
think Sunday is Rust at 4 o'clock. That's a study day. Wednesdays are no good. We're women in Linux in it. We have our meetup on Wednesdays. They're now at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And our shows have moved 30 minutes as well. So Tech Stocks and Jobs is now at 12 Eastern Standard Time, and Howie Linux is at 2:30. So
Why'd you
that,
move it?
huh?
Why'd you move it?
You moved.
Yeah, but
That's
why'd you
why we
change?
moved, because it was accommodating your move
Mm.
and your schedule. So that's why it got changed. So
I mean,
now
well,
that you're,
let's ask the people. Y'all, what do y'all think about the new times? Is it bad, good? What do you think? Thumbs up, thumbs down? I think you can do thumbs in here.
yeah, you can do thumbs. They have all type of emojis.
I was looking for that land that was $1 million where you can
I'm
build
still
20.
trying to you probably have to run the video back when we publish, but I don't know. I'm still just trying to get yeah, works fine. Time works fine. I'm still trying to get shake this time zone thingy off. I've been
Yeah,
up like
there was
super
one.
early.
There was one that I had sent out where you could buy this land, right? It's 1.1 million, but you could build 26 homes on it.
You might want to look at Slack. I think you sent it to me.
Yeah, I sent it out in an email too. Um, but I think it got bought. I moved too slow on it, but it is what it is. I wanted to I wanted to do that. Um I wanted to partner with somebody on it.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think it's gone. Let me see. Oh, here it is right here. Um, yeah, I'm still sharing my screen. All right, so here it is.
So are you saying you want me to share your screen?
Mm-hmm. It's 1.7 million. It's 3.37 acres. It's an entire city block, and it has will have up to 26 brand new continuous or contiguous homes as community. 6 of those home lots are already under construction on the far west side and not for sale. The balance of the property that is the balance of the property that is for sale is already plotted or platted for 20 lots and zoned for 20 single families. So it's already, they ran out of money then, like you said, D. And they got 20 of them left. And they are trying to sell this. So I want to go in on a group. This is where the fund comes into play for this, and buy something like this. Um, I'm assuming they already have the plans.
What's the
Uh,
address?
2701 20th Street South, St. Petersburg, Florida, 33712.
Ah, Lake McGordy.
Yeah, so that must be this plot of land right here.
That one is the only thing that I see with that there is the flood plan. What that looks like because it's over there by that lake. I think that'd be the biggest thing. And you said it's platted for single family homes or townhomes.
Single family homes, and they already sold 6 of them.
Yeah. So if it's, I'm pretty sure if it's by that lake, eh, you said they sold six already,
Yeah, it's 26 homes. They already sold 6 of them. This balance for 1.79 is for the other 20 homes.
and they don't have a picture of what the existing homes gonna look like.
Mm-mm.
That'd be interesting. You know, I mean,
No, I wanted to see what the designs were for the 20 homes. What did they pick?
yeah. I'm curious as well because again, I think it's going to be in the flood zone, and so the living quarters they have to start on the second floor, so it can't be nothing down there at the bottom, but parking.
And here's the people, I guess, ask the red fan. Let's ask red fan. I'm not sure
No,
who.
you know that's what the red
I
fan
know.
slides in.
Yeah, I'm not sure who the person is, but I would love to talk to the person. Hey, I guess we're getting likes on Facebook. Hey, Facebook, how you doing? We never say hi to Facebook or Twitter,
We say hi to everybody.
but hi Facebook. Right.
When I post comments, it goes to everywhere. It goes to Facebook, it goes to YouTube, and we're streaming on Twitter today.
Oh, hey Twitter. Hey tweets.
We're on the Twitter today.
Hello tweeters. Tweeters.
Yes. That's a nice little chunk of property though.
Right. That's what I was saying. You get a group of people together.
Oh yeah, you did show me this because it's over there
Yeah,
by that YMCA.
yeah.
Yeah,
You get a
yeah.
group of people together,
I like this town. I'm not ready for daylight savings at all.
right?
Well,
And
hey,
and you go in and you buy. I'm assuming they probably doing something with. I don't know who they got, who they with. I'm assuming they got plans already approved.
yes, I would definitely like to see the paperwork, and I'm pretty sure there's someone listening that might be interested. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Um, it says rare opportunity to have this size of a cluster in the city for all new construction. Interior, roadway, water, and sewer lines need to be added for services and access to the middle lots. That's what it probably is. It's what they're adding to that.
Oh, that's gonna cost. Is gonna cost a pretty penny because now you have to link. You have to hook all that stuff up to the city, and then the city is already on old pipes with those dusty backed up pipes. So it'd be interesting to find out what the blockers are with this project. because the right now building materials are so sky high. They might just want to wait this one out.
But that's what I discovered. That's what I was playing around with. That's what I was looking at.
Mhm.
So the question is, and people in the chat can answer this. I'm gonna ask everybody really. Would you do this purchase by yourself?
I mean, if I had the money, I probably would because that'd be less headaches. But smart money uses other people's money. Um,
Or if you had the money,
oh, if I had the money, I'd be on tour. As you already know, I'll be on tour on my yacht, and
that's
I'll
not.
be
We were
having
talking
all
about
these
what
projects
you gonna do
around
with the
the
money.
country. So I probably would be doing that with my fund. My fund will probably be doing this project
Why you always gotta be on tour?
because I'll be on tour. I'll be on tour. I'll be traveling. I'll be, in Bali somewhere at the
Kelvin, you
little
say no. Kelvin, why you say no?
facility.
You put at least 40% down. Okay.
Well, this is it. Well, I mean, this is not a single family home. This is a cluster of homes. So I don't know if the 40% applies in this development type venture, but I'm pretty sure there is. You're gonna need some cash reserves. But yeah, it definitely needs a group of people. But right now, there's so many things that are out of our control, like building costs and shipping, and it's just high. It's expensive. And then with the city, like the local municipality is just now starting to move on like permits and zonings and things like that because people don't realize we're still in a pandemic. So no, it's not that you couldn't afford it, Sunbreeze. It is probably something that you will want to partner with. Every dollar counts. But 40%, that's a little nice chunk to put down.
Let's get some opinions on this one, D. Let's get some
But
opinions
there's
on it.
definitely so many variables to this project. And if they are at 1.7, I'm pretty sure they're trying to recoup some of their costs.
What do y'all think about this elevation? Elevation A, not E. A. The Sanderling. It's got different elevations. It's 1620 square feet, 3 bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2 car garage. You have the option for lanai or detached 2 car garage, an additional dwelling unit, and optional porte. What is a porte cochere? What is that? Again? What is that? A porch? What
I
is
wait,
that?
you got to make it bigger a little bit so I can see what you're trying to read.
Hold on. What is this?
Port cochere.
What is a port? A covered entrance large enough for vehicles to pass through, typically opening into a courtyard.
Like Linda's house,
Like
like when she before she had the garage door, like you can pull up there,
so, they
but
would be like
it
this.
goes all the way through. It's a little covered situation. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So here's the first floor, the dining room, the great room, the kitchen, a powder room. This I don't know. I guess this is a area, and this goes into the backyard. I guess. Right? I'm assuming. Oh no, I'm not sure what this is. This is a powder room right here, and then you walk in the dining room, and here's a porch. Here's a kitchen with a sink, stove, an island. It could be an island. It could not be an island. Yeah, it's an island because you can walk around it. And it's a stove. Right. And then you go up to the second floor. You got your master suite. You could probably do a shower, bath. You got a second bedroom and a third bedroom here. Right. What do you think for a starter home? It's not nobody's thing. And then they have different elevations. Right. There's the sea elevation, which is 1620. And then you have the D elevation with the garage right there. Now, let me show you these for you finish up. Hmm. Let me look at this Tiger Home houses. Okay, so Tiger Homes. Let me see. Do they have any images? Hmm. No, that ain't what I'm looking for. How would I look that up? Tiger Home Development, Dion? Oh, she left. Because they are a set of builders that build, and they're called Tiger Homes, and they're building all across uh, the U.S., kind of like the Toll Brothers. Um, Dion, how would you find their houses?
Oh, you must have been hearing. I said, go to. Hold
Is
on.
it this one right here?
No, I'm sending you the link.
Here it is right here.
Oh, okay.
But what I don't, what I'm looking for is their. I want to show an additional dwelling unit. What an ADU would look like. Now, Tiger, look, you see Tiger Homes is going for 6.4. So here's an AD unit right here. Oh, go back. So with the this additional dwelling unit, it's an apartment up top and it's a parking underneath. The going price to build these are around about 120 on your property in addition to your house. And you get 785 square feet as an apartment up top, so you can treat this as rental income as well too. And 785 square feet. If we let me go on rental meter. And I'll pull it up. Um, uh, let's go here. What's that? What's that? 33712. We're fine. We'll do that one. And oops, go back. Let's go by zip code. Why can't I go budget? Oh, because I need to be a pro. Hold on. I am a pro. Let me log in. All right, by zip code 33712. Um, 1 bedroom and let me say house. Just curious. Sorry, there isn't enough results. That's fine. Mm, mm, mm. I think this going price for 1 bedroom now is around about 12 to 1,500. So you could get away with that. Let me see. Um, so on the low end, 12. I mean 1,000. Medium is 12.95. Then you fall in the higher percentile. So you could probably get anywhere. Like I said, you could probably get about 12 to 1,300 a month on that additional dwelling unit, and that give you more on that. And then you got a 3 bedroom, 2 bath. So you can come, you can go say a 3 bedroom, 2 bath. Let's analyze that, and you can break this into square feet. So the median now on a 3 bedroom, 2 bath is 2242 on a house, plus an additional. So you could probably charge somebody 2,300, and then you charge somebody who's living in that 1 bedroom 1,500. So 2,300 plus 1,500 is 3,800. So you're roughly making 4,000 on a property a month. Um, and so that's what it looks like. That's what that would look like. So you had that 3.2 at 2,300, and then 1 bedroom at 12 to 1,500. I would go probably like at 13, maybe 14, probably like 13. So you'll be averaging around about 3,800 to you could probably push it to 4,000. So you could probably get anywhere from 3,800 to 4,000 a month on a 3.2 with an ADU in CMP. Um, and you would just have to find a house that don't take much on renovations in order to do that, and have an ADU in the back in there. So ADU is very huge in Florida. They're pushing it in Florida, period, because of the housing shortage. So just a FYI. That was it. That's all I wanted to show. I want to discuss that. And it gets me to discuss it with you right now instead of later on that you be like, I don't feel like looking at that. So I killed two birds with one stone. I'm excited. That made my day. That's it. I'm done. We can leave now. Any questions and comments, drop them in the Slack. Leave comments on the channel. Don't forget to share this content. Don't forget to share it with other people. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And last but not least, take care of yourself. Health as well. All right.
We're out of here. See you guys next week. Thank you.